blogosferes. Ciao from Flogging Molly. Thanks. When we first played at Italy, no one knew who the hell we were. But over the years, it's been getting better and better. And we played that show, and it was really great. I think people, the Italian crowd, really kind of got what we were doing and got behind us. And it's been really good for Flogging Molly since that time.
Okay, so and what about, so you are around from years, so how your life has changed? So can you, there are something that you will redo again, or something that you will not do again?
In my life?
Inside the life of the band.
In the life of the band, yeah, certainly. I've been in this band since '96, and I took about 9 months off. Because I missed my son very much during all the time, and if I could go back in time, I probably would not have done that. I would have stayed, but I just I was kind of going through depression over not seeing my kid, and just in a weird space over these many years, 10 or 15 years of being in a band, that I just kind of freaked out. If I could go back in time, I would not freak out, because I learned really quickly that even my own son was like, how you doing? Because my kid, I was in this band before he was born. All he knows is this. He knows rock and roll or this life. So, and he's comfortable and I'm cool with that. So it was kind of my own guilt that kind of freaked myself out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's what I do. Not to try to get all sad and fucking whatever, but that's the truth.
So how's having a family and do the tour life?
Oh, it's hard. It's hard. But again, my son's known nothing but this life, and my wife. I used to tour as a skateboarder before this, so I've been touring for one reason or another for most of my life. So I've been meant to do this on the road. I've been meant to be on the road. So we just get in a comfortable groove, and it's just it's cool. It's lonely sometimes, but then when I come home, I'm home and I don't have to do nothing but be with my lady and my kids. So. It's sometimes lonely and sad, but then when I'm home, it's even better. You know what I mean? Because it's never boring. It's like later, and then I'm off for a month, and I come home, and it's like sweet, And so it's never boring.
So you, it's good to come home every time.
Yeah, because then it feels like family. Exactly, because they're all at the airport, and they haven't seen you forever, and it keeps things, keeps things exciting.
So it ever happened to take them on the road with you?
Yeah.
And my son's fun?
My wife, she's been on tour with me like maybe once, but it's not really the easiest. I'm not complaining, but it's not an easy. It's worth it to me because I play music every night, so it's worth some of the pain in the ass of sleeping on a bus and everything. But my wife's like, fuck that, she don't want nothing to do with it. So, but my son goes on tour with me, and he's been to Italy with me before. He's toured all around the world with me, and he loves it. He's a heavy metal kid, so he likes it when we play big festivals and he gets to see Slayer or Metallica or something, and he's stoked. He doesn't really, he likes our band, but he likes hard rock.
So is your son interested in making music?
Absolutely. Yeah, he plays the drums. He's been playing the drums for almost 3 years now. He's a really good drummer for 12 years old. He can play just every Slayer song you've ever heard, AC/DC, Metallica. Just go into it, man. Yeah.
Yeah, and what about the punk scene in Los Angeles? So everything started in the 90s. So is something like the 90s, or is something different? So how's the punk scene in California?
I think the punk scene is. I mean, it slowly changes like any punk scene in any major city. But it's still there. I mean, there's still a lot of people that are fired up about, good music. I mean, it hasn't, punk rock really hasn't been, crazy fuck you punk rock in a long time. But I think it's better now than it ever has been. I think the internet and the way that you can get music out is punk rock. The fact that you don't have to have a record label and all this bullshit. You can just do it yourself. So I think the scene's good.
So there are some bands that you've seen and so you're following, and some young bands that are coming out.
Let's see what some young bands that I like right now. I'm trying to think what's been blowing me away. I like a lot of old music. I like old reggae and ska music and old punk rock music. So I will confess. I mean, I got to see Bad Religion the other night. That was great. But they're an older band. But and I love Manu Chao, and I like. I'm trying to think of a very young man that really gets me excited. And there is one. You'll have to give me a second. Thinking who I just saw that impressed me. I'll get back to that.
Okay.
Sorry.
So, and do you meet some other? Are you friends with the other members of other groups that are maybe the longest of your story? So.
Yeah, I mean we're friends with pretty much everybody we meet. I don't think we have any real enemies. I'm a pretty friendly person. Our whole band's pretty easygoing, drinking fucking crowd.
So which member of which band?
We're friends with all the guys in the Dropkick Murphys. Go figure. Brian Baker, I was extremely loaded with him 5 days ago. I'm good friends with Fat Mike, all the No Effects crew, all the guys. Fuck man, I mean we've toured with so many bands that I feel like we're friendly with just about most of them. At least on a hey, what's up, man basis, like drinking beers and hanging out. Steve Soto from Adolescence, and I talk to him on the phone actually a lot. So I can go on and on, but yeah, because of the rock and roll, the musical world, as big as it is kind of small too. I feel like every time we go to a festival, I'm like, hey man, you're saying hello to everybody because you see everybody like 3 times a year. So.